It's about a woman. She has a business. She works with a judge. The judge will deem certain elder people unfit, and she takes over all their assets and sells up. And it's based off a true story.
I saw it.
Yes,
I can't remember
Sloan
the name
was her
of it,
name.
but I saw it.
Something Sloan.
Yes, I
Yes.
know what you're talking. Dave, how do you prevent that?
How you prevent it? Read, look at your statements. If your family is trying to force you to sign documents, don't sign it. They're saying sign it, rip it. Go to your bank. Call 911. I don't care if it's your own child. If they're trying to take money from you, that's your hard-earned money. Don't let them take it for free. What happened to them is they signed over the deed. They could have just said, I'm not signing this right now. It's a grandson. Why would you do that? But you just feel trusting.
You feel trusted.
It's a lot of trust.
It's always best to have someone else look at anything that someone wants you to sign.
Call the DA.
And if they're working for good reasons to try to help you, really, no one's gonna pressure you. No one's gonna say, no, you need to sign it right now. There's a deadline in 2 hours. No, I wanna take this to my bank. I wanna ask this person. Just pressure is another one of those red flags. When someone's trying to get you to sign something quickly, we don't wanna do that. Of course, we also wanna say there are family members we trust and love who can help us with finances. We know that. It's just being so careful about how much we give them, how much, authority we give them, and checking our statements. So there's a case that's being prosecuted by our office right now where a home health worker who was a friend of the family was helping an older woman and was going to the store to get groceries once a week, all kinds of stuff, and the woman gave her her debit card. And over the next year, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars were taken out of the woman's bank account. But the woman did not notice it. How did she not notice it? She didn't check her statements. She didn't check her statements until much, much later. So you really gotta check your statements. I know it's a pain. I don't like doing it, but you gotta do
Can I
it.
add one thing to that real quick?
Yeah.
How many of you have ever given your debit card to a grandchild or your children and said, go pick this up for me? I just want to stipulate one thing. If you ever read your terms and conditions on a bank, if you ever give someone your card with the PIN, the bank can revoke your privileges to a debit card. It's against the law to give someone your card and your PIN number. So if the bank ever finds out, they can actually revoke your privileges. So please stop giving away your debit card. If they need something, write them a check, which we'll talk about later, or have cash. Do not give your debit card with that PIN.
I have a card with his name on it as well.
Then he's joint owner on the account, then that's perfect.
Yeah, if they
If
have
it's-
their own name on the
Yeah.
card, that's great.
Okay, good.
Just don't give your debit card or your PIN number to anybody.
Okay. Oh, trivia challenge time. There's another mug. What state has the highest number of fraud reports in the country?
Florida.
Texas. New York.
Florida, Nevada.
Hold on. So it gets a little complicated, and I heard some correct answers here. The highest number of fraud reports, I think I heard you say California.
Yes.
Hold on.
Georgia.
Oh, I got it wrong. No, it's Georgia. Did someone say Georgia?
No, I said California.
Okay, but I'm gonna give it to you, because the state with the highest rate of fraud is California. And then third or second in these categories is Florida. So we got Georgia, California, and Florida.
California.
Why do we think these states,
More elderly people.
Money.
money and older folks? Exactly. Another mug is in the corner, but I think you're giving them away, aren't you?
No, I'm taking
You're
this
taking
one.
this one. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, to lighten the mood a little, even though this is very serious, we wanna, we can chuckle at this, but this is serious and it's a serious scam out there. Anyone looking for love? Anyone looking for love? Let's know.
Looking for love in all the right places? Like popular dating sites, mobile apps, and social networking sites? Ron seems like a perfect match for you. He's thoughtful and says he can't live without you. He says he's from the US but works out of the country. He says he wants to visit but says he can't afford it. He asks you to send him money. Last month, it was medical bills for his sick aunt. This month, he needs money to fix his car. Next month, who knows? Ron wants your money. Don't send it. The person pretending to be Ron is a scammer. He'll tell you anything to get you to wire cash right away. He'll never run out of excuses. If an online love interest asks you for money, walk away, no matter how compelling the story. Report scams at ftc.gov/imposters.
So this is really easy. Let's all agree, if we're dating anyone, how long do we wait before we ever give them money? Never. Never! Oh, great. I love it. Okay, that's our agreement. Never. I was gonna accept 10 years or 5 or 10 years as an answer, but I'll take never. Never is the best.
I don't have enough for
That's it.
myself.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna share it.
Oh, there's so many romance scams out there. Okay, we're getting toward the end here. Checks. Does anyone in here still write checks? I say still. I know a lot of people write checks. Okay, so we do want you to be aware, and Winthrop, Chelsea, Revere, and some of the North Shore towns have been hit by this recently. So this is a very relevant scam for you all to hear about.
Scammers use an old-fashioned tactic called check washing to change the amount you write on a check and who it's for. Check washers use chemicals to erase what's written in ink, giving them a blank slate to write what they want. Here are 3 ways to avoid this fraud. First, use a gel pen when writing a check. Regular ballpoint ink can be washed off paper quite easily, but ink from a gel pen will permeate the fibers on the check, making it difficult to alter. Next, pay your bills electronically through your bank or your bank's app. And don't forget to review your withdrawals and deposits regularly. Finally, take any mail containing checks or sensitive personal information directly to the post office for mailing. For more fraud tips, go to aarp.org/fraudwatchnetwork. And make sure to tune in to RF.
Okay, we're not gonna tune in. Okay, so this is happening in Suffolk County. When you mail, a little survey here, when you mail a check, do you ever mail checks?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you put the mail when you're going?
Downstairs.
Here, there's someplace downstairs?
We got mostly a regular.
A mail person takes them. Okay, that's probably safe here for this building. So,
Blue boxes
The-
on the street, don't do that.
yeah, so you know how there's those blue boxes that are in the street? People have been actually stealing the keys for those and getting into those mailboxes. So this building's probably safer than that blue mailbox for mailing. Or if you happen to be going by a post office and you want to actually hand it to someone in the post office, that's another way. But also, just the pen that you use can make a big difference. So, for anyone who does write checks, we actually brought black gel pens for you. So, at the end, we'll give them to you if you would like for your checks. Very welcome. You'd rather have that than the mug. There you go. There you go. And if you lose that or not, you know how there's also Sharpies? Do you know what a Sharpie pen is? Those are great too. Those are really hard to wash. Okay.
Walmart sells those gel pens.
Walmart does. Okay, great. Remember we said we were going to do, we're almost done. You're all hanging in there. It's really warm in here. Thank you so much for doing this with us. We do want to practice with a volunteer. Pretending that you're home on a Sunday and your phone rings, so we just need a volunteer to practice
With
with
the air
us.
conditioning going.
You're in your air-conditioned home on a Sunday afternoon, and we're gonna have the phone ring. Who's gonna volunteer?
I will.
Woo! What's your name?
Nita.
Nita?
Yeah.
Thank you, Nita. Here's your phone. Okay, so what are you gonna do this Sunday afternoon, you think?
5 of my great grandchildren are coming over.
5 great-grandchildren.
I have 21.
You have 21 grandchildren?
No, 21 great.
You have 21 great-grandchildren
21.
and 20 great-grandchildren. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! You do have
sense of holiday.
So you be careful about those. Grandma, great grandma, it's Milligan, be careful about that. Okay, so you're sitting at home on Sunday afternoon, your phone rings. It's a number you don't recognize, what do?
Don't answer it.
Okay, pass the first test, good job, we don't answer it, good job.
Okay.
Now let's say though, you're expecting a call from a doctor, for some reason you answer that phone. Okay, so answer the phone.
On Sunday?
Yeah, let's you're right. Let's say, okay, you went to bed, it's Monday, you're expecting a call from the doctor, you answer the phone.
Hello?
Who am I speaking with?
Who's on the line?
Well, I'm looking for
Anita.
Anita.
Yeah.
Is this Anita?
When you tell me who you are, maybe I'll talk to you.
Well, Anita, I'm so excited to be calling you from the Massachusetts State Lottery.
Even worse.
I have such good news for you. You have won $50,000 in the Massachusetts State Lottery. We're so happy for you. I just need to get a little information from you and we'll get it all taken care of. Do you have a moment now that we can do this?
I do not.
Oh, you don't?
I'll call you back.
You know what, there's a deadline of 4 o'clock today that we have to get this in or the $50,000 goes to someone else. So can you give me, I just need to confirm your address and then your social security number?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good, you hung up. Good job, good job. Thank you, Anita.
I thought you gave me the phone.
Oh, I know. We'll get you a prize for sure. You passed the test.
Thank you.
You did awesome. First thing you did was you didn't answer the phone. That avoids the trouble right there. Second thing you did is you said, who is this, right? And I kind of stumbled, Massachusetts State Lottery. I think if I heard lottery, I might hang up, but I also might just go, okay, what? You've won $50,000? They do not call you and tell you that you won $50,000. And the next thing that person would want to do is get the processing fee from you. The processing fee is only $150, and then we will get you your $50,000, and they will try to get money from you to process the lottery. So, you passed it, awesome job.
Judge Judy taught me so much.
Judge Judy taught you to just be firm, and say no anytime you need to, and hang up that phone.
Got it.
Yes? Yeah?
Son-in-law, several months ago,
Yep.
he was kind of a Comcast account and it was accessed by, foreign invaders. And,
Okay.
and he's computer literate, so
Yeah.
he was pretty good, but he called Comcast because, he could change his receipt, could change the password, he could change it, so.
This is all we have left?
Extra to Comcast.
Yeah.
We just the whole.
Okay.
Fortunately, they didn't, but I said,
Oh, well, they have the three there, so there's three there.
you know, when he said, he said, no, banks,
You all have
credit card.
one person will get two.
Yep.
But if they actually, they just ran you and the bank does not pay you.
Yeah, I think, so this comment is about the bank. If you're frauded out of money that's in your checking account, I do think if you put a report in, what is it, Dave, within 30 days?
60 days from the first statement
60
cycle.
days. If it's fraudulent, they will, in most cases, give you the money if it's fraudulent, but you have to report it within a certain amount of time. The credit card, same thing. If you get a statement and there's a charge you don't recognize, you can fight it, and they usually are pretty good about giving it back to you. You've done that?
It was something, I couldn't pronounce the name.
Uh-huh.
I've never used it.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, and then they did it.
And then they did, yeah. So it's all about watching that statement and reporting it quickly. Change your password if you have to. If there's any kind of weird fraudulent activity, yes. So that's a great credit card than your debit card. If your debit card gets into the wrong hands, that's cash out of your account that they're taking. Credit card, as you know, is, you'll get billed for it later. So that is true. I like to use credit cards actually for everything and pay them off each month rather than use a debit card. Debit card makes it easier. This is my real money right now. Okay, so we have a website. This is the Suffolk County DA's website. It has resources that we kind of mentioned today, the FTC and some other ones. This page is in your packet. So we have a big list of the resources, including the Suffolk County DA's phone number and website. And then we also have it as a magnet. If you have a fridge or anywhere you'd like to keep it, I think it's a good reminder to have this somewhere because you're just seeing, remember, stop, it's a scam. It's just kind of a daily reminder to be careful out there. Okay, and then this is the end. This is our last wrap up.
I got a phone call from my sister. She had gotten a phone call from someone saying that my brother had gotten into a car accident and hit a kid.
When I got out of the military, that was around the time when I would start getting debt collection calls from third parties that I did not recognize.
Recibí una llamada en la cual me decían que yo tenía una demanda por $4,000.
The company promised to pay my credit cards. They advertised on TV.
They told me that they needed my social security number, they needed my bank account number for new Medicare cards.
These scams can target very specific communities. So when it's happening to you, chances are it's happening to people you know, people you love. So tell other people about it, warn them. By talking about it, telling these stories, you're helping to protect not just yourself, but your whole community.
Thank you all for being here so much. Thank you, everybody, for comments. We have one more comment that is about a specific scam.
It might help someone.
It might help someone, yes.
Let's
Listen, everybody, for a moment.
I was on Facebook,
On Facebook.
and my brother who passed away,
Yep,
his friend, I saw the picture with him,
yep.
and he said, hey, congratulate me, you don't know what's happened to me. So I texted him. Now, this is his picture. It was his picture on it,
Yeah.
So I'm back and forth, and then the guy's gonna get questions.
Yep, yep.
So I called my brother's friend on the phone.
Oh, good.
And I said, Kathy, I said, there's a guy, blah, blah, blah. I said, but I see your picture, did you get in touch with him?
Yep, yep, yep,
And it was,
Yep.
he used his picture.
yep.
But the other thing is, I had bought gummies, like arthritis,
Yep.
from BioHealth.
Okay.
Okay, I got the trial, it was $5.99.
Oh, I know what you're gonna
Wait a
say.
minute.
Yep.
When I got that, it was BioHeal, not BioHealth.
Oh.
So, that was the 23rd of January.
Yep,
The 20th, and when I got my statement,
yep,
it was all these charges.
yep.
$59.95 for the initial, then it was $279 for a whole package
Yeah.
that I didn't.
No.
It was just right.
Yep.
So anyway, then I reported it, I got my statement, I reported it, and I said, what, my number, I don't want any meetings. After I lost, there were charges of $25. They had that.
Thankfully that you checked your statement. You have to check it. And like your social media example too, because just because it looks like someone on Facebook doesn't necessarily mean it's them. So you always want to make sure that you are talking to the real friend.
So the bank that was handling it, I only had to pay $450. And they,
Okay.
said they did it.
Okay, good for you. That's a success story. It is. I'm sorry that happened. Hi.
Thank you.
Sure.
So essentially, the takeaway from all of this is don't trust anyone.
I know. It's be skeptical of everyone. Be skeptical. Healthy skepticism, absolutely. And I know you don't want to say that you can't trust anyone in your life. That's not true, right? But you have to be careful about sharing financial, responsibilities with someone else. And just be careful and talk to a lot of people before you do any major financial, changes or anything.
What do you call
And don't trust the people that call you or text you though.
I've been dangerously close to being scammed, so I
Yeah.
don't trust it.
So you don't trust.
Even my cell phone, I get these texts from people, like, what are you doing this weekend?
Yes.
Don't even know
Yes.
what's
You get those unknown texts, hey, it's been a long time, what are you doing? And just delete. That's someone trying to get you into a conversation.
Yeah, I don't.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
People that are broken, money. It's all of that.
These are the magnets.
Yeah, we can just hand these out.
You know what the best thing? You're now navigating. So now you know who to tell, and that's what, See, they do that, they're really good at that stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you, great.
Yeah.
Would you like a mushroom from here, please?
These are for Revere. Yes.
Thank you for coming.
What's some things that you want
Yeah, this is in Spanish. It's the same that it's in
Once they say, when they see that coming again, they'll all make it.
It's on the way out.
They can report as spam and get bounced back.
Right.
I will say this.
Here, take one for your husband.
We're one step.
Well, I couldn't give him the pen, I can give him. Oh my God.
These are in the mug already, but feel free to take another one if you want.
They're so fast. You know they can now be fast. They're so fast. Because they want
All your information in one place.
This are not yours inside. This is just,
Okay, yeah, it's the pocket version.
where everything is in the specific.
They will.
I think you like attorney should be like a bank legal attorney.
Yeah.
See, I just work for the credit union.
Started having that happen to me. It's cramping.
No, it's good test.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Just a coincidence. Thank you.
You're right, you're right. I'll
That's how I know it's a good sign.
Oh, they-
Because what is this here? It'll say IDPJ, 117 for the school, that's what it's like.
These are great.
Only way preventing is this mistake.
We're gonna be doing those soon.
And we're here, so if you need anything from us, we're more than happy to help.
Well,
Thank you.
We're
Have a
gonna
great
jump in,
time.
let's see if I can help.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was very good.
enjoyed it.
Okay,
Everyone's a
thank
player.
you.
Hope it was informative. Be safe out there, ladies.
I worked when I'm retired from the
Thank you so much, take care.
So, yeah, you have the mindset already.
28 years with Suffolk County
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
at National Street.
Oh, you're still there.
I know.
Can I have that Monte Besta bag? Or just put all these extras in there if they fit?
Oh, we never got our photo.
Whoops.
With all of our partners.
You know what? It's too hot.
I'm like dying.
I know, it is really warm in here. I don't think the AC was working.
I just feel like it's
At one point, I felt like this burst of cold, and I'm like, yes. And there's like,
As soon as the doors
sucker.
opened.
They fooled you, huh?
Thank you, honey. So now I can at least bring this
My
back.
phone was
Where's
pretty
your,
bad.
It's probably a scammer.
No,
No,
yeah,
it's
I
not.
did have one from Minnesota while you were talking.
They're always coming in during the
Yes, they
presentation.
come
at the wrong time,
Minnesota,
Yeah, yeah.
Idaho.
But,
Thanks,
I'm
Dave.
sorry I had it
Great
wrong.
job.
I got it was
You guys
over in
thank
that
you all so
shooting
much
in
for having us. I love being part of this.
Walden.
Oh my God.
You hear about it?
I did, I saw that very briefly, yeah.
I'm done. I can't do that. I'm like
It's
sweating.
shooting in the
It's
streets.
too
You
much.
don't want us in the picture right now. We're all
She's
sweating
okay.
close.
What a
I think we
fabulous
need a quick-
program.
Isn't it?
Fabulous, fabulous.
Thank you so much for having me. I know at the end it got a little,
know,
yeah.
yeah.
That's how it usually is, they get a little
I know.
I was
antsy.
gonna say, our seniors can usually last 45 minutes
Yeah,
to
that's a
60.
long one.
So,
It's a
and
long
with it
one.
being so hot in here, I think if the
I
AC
think,
was
yeah,
working.
I was getting tired.
The heat
I
was a
getting
bit-
little sleepy,
But
like-
everybody on their way out were all saying, that was so interesting.
I know people can say, I wish more people came. Like, well, you're the advocate now. You can go and
Yep.
teach this to them. You know, those
Yep.
who couldn't come,
Yep.
you teach it to them now. That's
Yeah.
how we end this.
Yep, absolutely. No, it was a fabulous, fabulous program, so
Thank you. They
very
were
Yes,
much.
absolutely.
Yeah, it was
lovely.
really
Thank you
great.
for having us,
Residents.
Oh,
really.
we love to do things like this.
I know, and I'm
Yeah.
sorry you missed Tracy. I'm sure he'll follow up
Oh,
with you.
yes, I enjoyed when he was out here. We were talking about getting out on the beach, and he was getting ready to leave on his trip.
Oh,
He was going,
yes.
And I wanted to hear about that.
I know, yeah,
Where'd
he
you
said
go?
it was wonderful.
Oh,
Jamaica.
No,
That's-
excuse
But
us.
that's all I
Excuse
got.
us.
I have waiting on the details.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to an
So
island, but
please,
different kind of
I'll
island.
send you my best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for him.
Yep.
This belongs all to you. I'll take care of it. Okay, no problem.
It was also interesting to hear your perspective on things as
Where's
well,
the-
because I
here.
think that's something that they don't typically.
They hear the
have heard.
legal side of things, but they don't actually see
Yeah.
what the banks can do, and they don't think that the banks can do a lot, which
Exactly,
we
yes,
can.
yep.
We have the legal teams, we actually have, you know, we have a task force just for this, for elder
really
abuse. Yeah, financial elder abuse.
It is
So
so
it's nice to hear.
Did
that.
I ever tell you what my bank said when I got defrauded last
Good
year?
luck.
We caught charges coming out of my account. It was like $5,000. And when I was going through the reporting, I said to her, so are you going to do a kind of investigation, figure out who, you know, she goes, no, that's something you have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I
because
couldn't
it costs
believe
more
it.
resources
Yes,
than it is to
yes.
actually. So it's easier for banks just to give the money
Give
because
the money.
we're insured.
Give the money.
There's
I
insurance
just-
behind it.
You know me, I'm like, I want to know what company who's doing this. And they're like, nope, good luck with that. We'll give you the money.
ATM card duplicated somehow.
Oh, it's easy.
And
Super easy. We have a machine.
in the same day, 13 different ATMs withdrew
Oh, super easy.
$7,000 out of my
Super
account.
easy.
I was like,
Most banks actually have machines.
and I was closing
You
on
can
my
make them on the
house.
spot.
2 days
Oh,
later.
yeah,
And you can buy
yeah,
machines.
right,
You don't
right.
need
love
actual
this.
permission from the feds to buy the machine.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Because if you're a business and you're trying to do like swipe cards for the hotels, it's the same machine.
Oh,
They just
don't
pre-program it.
Is this trash for you?
it's too much.
I always say we can always do what we're doing. I hate to admit this, but they're always 2 steps ahead of us.
Yeah.
But we just have to be aware of
yeah.
certain things.
Yeah.
belongs to you.
Scary. All right, I'm gonna head out.
Thank you,
Have an amazing day,
Dave.
guys.
Have
Thank
a
you
wonderful
for having us.
afternoon.
You too.
Thank you.
It's always a hit. Is there any way I can get rid of this? Thank you. You know, the crazy thing is that they say, don't worry about it, you'll get your money back, but someone is incurring that charge.
Well, yes, and then
As in, like,
eventually we
everyone
get-
that-
exactly,
Yeah, like,
exactly.
but I take $1 from you and $1
Right,
from you and
right,
$1 from
right.
me and,
Totally.
yeah.
So I'll tell you how
Our
it works.
fees go up.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you exactly how it works. Well, first off, fees are changing, so banks are losing millions of that. So we have to take insurance out of it. So it's a fully insured thing. So you'll actually see, if you ever open your waiver, it'll say you have a $50 liability.
Yeah, but then.
So if it's under $50, the likelihood of you getting it back is very slim because you have a $50 liability. Anything over 50, we will take, but you have 60 days. After the 60th day, bank doesn't have to give you anything back. But we pay insurance to it through FDIC, NCUA, MSIC, or DIF.
But what was your number in 2022? It was what? How many billions?
Oh, 8.8?
8.8 billion.
Right, so if you say all the big banks, they're getting hit, we'll say 500 million apiece, their insurance is gonna go
Do you know how
up.
much banks made last year alone in those overdraft fees? $34 billion. Don't feel bad for the banks.
Yeah. I don't feel bad for the banks, but the banks are gonna be charging the users, right? Like,
Money somehow.
I mean, the ATM used to be $1.50 to pull money out, now it's $3.50.
If you're a network.
Right.
If you're not a network, now you're paying $7 because you pay $3.50 for your bank and $3.50 for that bank.
Yep.
But that's all changing. They're changing, the overdraft fee is gonna be dropped down to under $10, which is, banks are taking massive loss. That's where our biggest loss
So
is.
they're trying to hit banks a little bit?
See, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they
Oh,
put a stop on
good.
it. They're the ones who did the $8 for the credit card fee, like if you miss your payment.
Yeah.
But Texas put a suit to that, so they're,
Oh, okay.
big banks are
Okay.
trying to stop
Good
that
old
from happening.
Texas.
We have some of their resources in the packets,
Yeah.
the consumer.
I love them.
Yeah,
They have
they're
free
good.
resources, if you ever
Yeah.
want it, it's called cftv.com. They actually send you free brochures and booklets for the elderly, like.
We,
and it has-
that's where we got a lot of them.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
they come from. You can put it out and they can read through it, and it's actually, they simplify it. They make
Yeah,
it
it's
very,
great.
very,
It's
very
great.
simple.
We do educational tables all the time out
Me?
there.
Oh, thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I just,
Do it.
We put out
Hang out in the back room
information
sweating.
all
Yep,
kinds of
yep.
topics.
No.
That's great.
You got some.
Yeah.
Call me back there, I stopped
I
talking.
I know, I know.
I'm going home.
Bye, Dave, go home, go home.
it's actually a lot cooler out there.
Yeah, oh, wow.
Thank you.
This
Thank
was
you so
fabulous,
much.
thank you for getting all this here. I wanna say, because I keep wanting to give these out, but those white books,
The folders you're talking about.
no, the little.
The book, but yes.
Let's, the money-wise books?
Yes.
Let's bring those to anything that's like under 50.
Right, because we don't have that many. Like,
Yeah.
enough for- like, that would have eaten I don't even know if we would have had enough for today.
Yeah, okay.
If we had it.
No, but
Because
thank you.
half is in English, the other half is because we have in
Yes,
Spanish, so.
yes, I actually think there was more. They're so good.
Bye, ladies.
Thank you, John, thank you.
It's just
John, I
like-
feel like we should have taken a
I
picture.
know, when
I
he
know.
was here too.
Is it-
Yeah.
I would have taken a picture of you guys. I don't take pictures.
You don't do it? All right, if you don't do it, then I.
Then we won't feel bad.
Yeah, okay.
I'll see you at the next one.
Thank you, John.
Jill, would you like a bag or anything?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
of course.
Less stuff for us to buy pile of light things for the
Yeah.
residents that I'll give them and Okay. Would you like our stress ball or back? Oh, definitely stress ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right.
Oh, let me grab my phone.
Orange phone?
Orange phone
Okay,
here.
all right.
These, I believe this is a police officer.
No, that's mine.
This is yours?
Yeah.
Oh my God, thank God.
Okay. All right, safe travels. Thank you so much. Jill. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
music, look. Millie, I think you have a couple of things. You have these two things. You want me to put it in here? Good, good.
up with something. All right. I'm gonna get to go to Newbridge on Charles.